Hi guys, good morning. It is 6:45. And you're gonna hear me talking kind of silly because I have my retainers in. I got my braces off, I want to say like 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago. And although my teeth are, pretty straight now, I still have to wear the retainers for about a year, all the time until I about a year, and then start weaning off the retainers slowly, supposedly my dentist, and then afterwards just wear them at night, I think is what he said. So I have not been on here for a while. I think if you guys follow me on my Facebook page, I've been like super MIA for the last couple of months. I don't know if it's been a year. I know it's been a couple months. It's because I just haven't had the energy to do a video. Not only that, it's been freaking hot, like in the 3 digits for some time now, and it's starting to finally go down to like the 80s. So it's easier for me to film because my phone is mounted on the dash, and it gets hot really fast on the summer days, the way that they've been, that my phone shuts off. So anyways, I haven't been filming because of that, but there's a lot of other reasons too besides time constraints. I've been going through a lot of things, and I've just been like super overwhelmed with everything. My new normal is, we're having 2 kids now, and my husband went back to work, and he's not in sales anymore. He is on a regular 9-to-5 job like me, and so we have fixed schedules, so we have to coordinate and communicate really well for our life to run smoothly, and even then it still doesn't. But this is a new normal for us. I think my husband is transitioning as best as he can. The fact that we have to change our lifestyle a bit because we had a significant drop in income because he's not in sales anymore. And I will take it. I will take it, and I will run with it, and I'll be happy with it, and I'll make it work because at least I know when my husband's gonna be home. At least I don't have customers calling us in the middle of the night. I don't have customers calling him and him stepping away from like a dinner table or whatever, and he's not stressed out with, oh my god, is my installation gonna go in? Oh my god, if it goes wrong, is this customer gonna call me pissed off? Like, he had so much anxiety that went along with his job, because if he would miss like one sale, it would mean like missing out on $300 or $400, or vice versa. If he would miss one sale, it would mean not hitting his goal for the month, and his supervisors it was not a good experience towards the end of his career where he was working. It just wasn't. And I told him, I'm like, it's not really your fault. You were trying to perform, and the rules just became impossible for you to hit the numbers that they want you to hit. But I'm not even gonna go into detail about all that. It's over with. It's done with. We got a year off. A combination of our savings and other things that we were able to find the right jobs that we were looking for, and we're moving forward. But that also means putting a burden on a lot of people in my life. So my mother mainly, she likes going out to walk and stuff, and she collects cans because she doesn't have an income, so she uses that as a source of extra income for herself, and for exercise, because she's diabetic, so she needs to get at least 30 minutes a day of exercise, and going out around the neighborhood and collecting recyclables was perfect for her. And that's because there was a lot of flexibility with my husband and his job, and now that he has a 9-to-5 like me, there is absolutely no flexibility. Like, I have to wake up at 5:30 to get myself ready before I wake up everybody around 6. Sometimes I wake up at 5. It depends on if I want to wear makeup or not. And I don't wear makeup these days. It's rare when I do. But yeah, I wake up around 5:30ish. I wake up everybody else up at 6. I get Trinity ready. I give her a bottle while she's finishing that up. I go and make sure Artemis and Ronald are awake, and I help Ron get Artemis ready for the day while Ron gets himself ready. And then we sit at the breakfast table, and usually I'll make something real quick, or we'll all have like cereal or something, and like fruit. And then I'm off to work by 6:30 to make it to work at 7 or 7:30. Like, it just depends on how traffic is. Sometimes I leave the house at 7 and barely make it to work at 7:30. So my husband is usually out the door by 7:15, drops off Artemis at the daycare, and then he has to be at work by no later than 8:30. He could get there as early as 8. He can get there as late as 8:30. So everything is very timed for us. And he gets home around 6:30. I get home around 5, depending on traffic, maybe 5:30, and I pick up Artemis, and then I head home and I start, dinner while I'm holding my Trinity sometimes, because my mom by then, she's been with Trinity the whole day, and I know she's exhausted. Having a baby is exhausting, and I thank God every day that my parents are with me, because I would go nuts, and I wouldn't be able to work if it, I don't feel, I never put Artemis in daycare until he was 2, and even then I felt anxiety doing that. But I don't want to take Trinity to daycare either. I'd rather her be at home for the first 2 years, and then put her in probably the same daycare that Artemis is in. But anyways, so by the time I get home, my mom's probably exhausted. I grab the baby from her, and I either give her some toys while I make dinner. I have her sitting in her high chair next to me, or in her walker, or in her jumper, whatever, the day like changes, like every day. I don't know what she's gonna want next. And so she's 10 months old now. She's almost 11 months. She'll be 11 months next week. Oh, the end of this week, actually. And so, she's growing really fast. Everything feels like it's flying by. And I've also been super depressed and not super depressed, kind of depressed. And I've had like maybe 2 anxiety attacks. Mostly I've just been feeling so uncomfortable. Like today I feel fine, but I've been feeling uncomfortable because I've been gaining weight, and I've been gaining it quickly. I noticed that I was over drinking. I noticed that, I'm very self-aware of the things that I do, and I consciously do them, even though it's like I know that I'm doing it, but I'm telling myself I honestly don't have the energy to give a shit. So I know I was overeating, I know I was over drinking, and I was just not following the guidelines that are supposed to be for me, as far as not drinking sugary stuff, not drinking while eating, waiting 30 minutes before and 30 minutes after to drink after a meal or before a meal, staying away from fried food, staying away from carbs. Like I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I was consciously not doing it, and ignoring the fact that I was gaining a lot of weight. And then it's different this time around, because when I was overweight before, I couldn't feel the weight come on because I was already overweight. But now that I'm under 200 pounds or whatever, I gained 15 pounds, and I could feel it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I could feel it. I could see it in my feet, I could see it in my arms, I could see it in my fingers, I could see it in my wrists. Like, I see where my weight is coming back, including my back rolls. And I started feeling very uncomfortable. Like, it took a long time for me to be okay with all this, but when the weight started coming back and they started kind of filling in a little more, I'm like, holy crap, I need to, and I can't hide. And what they tell you is true. You can't hide from the mirror. You can hide from your feelings all you want, but once you see yourself in that mirror, you're like, there's no denying it. You're gaining weight. You could avoid the scale all you want, but once you walk in front of a mirror, and you can totally tell that you're gaining weight. Also this. And I think Ron was like, well, he's always with the thought in his head, like, oh, well, you used to be bigger before, and you were, pretty confident. Like, what's going on? It's not so much my looks. It's a lot to do with my pride and my hard work and feeling like a failure. That gets to me. Because if my husband's like, if you gained all your weight back tomorrow, I'd still love you no matter what. You know, I've always wanted you either way. And it's true, he has. But it's more for myself, and it has a lot to do with my pride, and and feeling like I failed myself because I made a commitment and I was doing so well, and then I just and it's true, I chose just not to go back once I had Artemis. And it's an excuse, I'll admit it, it's an excuse. I didn't try to lose weight because I didn't know if I was going to have another baby or not. And then when we finally had the discussion that we were going to have another baby, I just was whatever, and I actually ended up losing a little bit of weight with Trinity. I think I lost 10 pounds during my pregnancy. Once she was out though, I lost like 5 more pounds, but then I gained them back, and I was just eating, constantly eating. I always felt hungry. And being at home, unemployed, yes, I was running around crazy trying to fix my mom's SSI, getting them medical established with new doctors and stuff, getting everything transferred over to Orange County. I'm still having issues with my dad, and then trying to find the right job. I was still running around, but I was still like at home sometimes just eating, or going out and just having lunch with friends and just eating whatever, and not making the right decisions food wise. So I know what I was doing, and I ignored it as long as I could, and now I can't really hide from myself and the disappointment that I feel that I consciously let this happen. And I have no excuse, and I'm not gonna get emotional because I did this to myself. So I went up to 203 pounds. I posted that on my Facebook page, and I said I was ready to face what was bothering me, and I did. I don't think it was postpartum or anything like that. I think it was just a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression of having lost my job, and then I gave birth, and I felt, I love my daughter, I do, and I breastfed, and that was so painful in the beginning. I don't care what people tell you, that shit is painful. I tried every kind of hold, I tried nipple cream, I tried everything, and this little girl latched on like this as soon as she came out of the womb. And that's fine. I was breastfeeding her, and I stopped at like 2.5 months or something like that. And we're both okay. She's fine. She's healthy. Everyone's fine. I was having so much issues with my back. I found out that I have like early onset arthritis in my back. I have like a little bit of joint issues. I have my tendonitis. So basically my whole right side of my body is like fucked up. I'm going to get testing or whatever, but they think it's something to do with my sciatica as well, nerve, and like my neck. I have a straight neck and bulged disc. I have bullshit happening to my body that I was in pain constantly, and I was self-medicating with food and with alcohol. Oh my god, this is gonna be a long video. So I knew that was happening because there was no one who was really helping me get treated for pain. All I had to count on was these Salonpas, like those menthol patches, and some lidocaine patches that I switch off to. And so you'll see me with patches sometimes when it gets to the point where the pain is bothering me. And then the bad thing about my lower back arthritis is that it gets worse as I lay down. So sleeping has been stupid because I wake up in pain and searing pain. It feels like my back is like on fire. It's the best way that I can describe it. So I was dealing with all that. I wasn't really taking care of that for myself. I was taking care of everyone else except for me. And so now I'm trying to focus on taking care of myself, but I'm still having issues because they prescribed me Tylenol 4. My doctor, my regular doctor, prescribed me Tylenol 4 and referred me to pain management to deal with the pain in my back and my neck to see if I could sleep better. And they're going to do a nerve test to see if maybe there's some nerves that are messed up that I would be a good candidate for steroid shots to deal with the pain. And of course that would be temporary, but I have to get all these testing done, and nobody has called me back. It's been about a month. Nobody has set an appointment. The referral people, I called them and they said they will call me back, and they haven't. And so that's what I'm dealing with. I'm trying not to go back to drinking as a form of self-medication, because it's a slippery slope. Alcoholism runs in my family. So yeah, I'm very, very conscious of that. And sometimes I don't hold myself accountable. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna have as many drinks as I want, and I shouldn't do that. Obviously safely. I always have somebody that can drive me home, like my husband or a friend. But yeah, like, I've been in a lot of pain, and nobody has been really trying to help me because of the whole opioid epidemic. You know, I've had a lot of issues with doctors believing me, and so I got my MRI done. And then after that, like, I'm kind of iffy about taking opioids because I just don't want to become addicted to something like that. But I need something to help me get a good night's sleep, because it's not my kid anymore. It's not even Artemis. There's nothing preventing me from getting a good night's sleep besides the stupid pain in my back of my neck. Anyways, so I've been trying different teas like ginger and whatever, because I heard they have some anti-inflammatory benefits. I've tried creams. I've tried DSMO, I think it's called, and that kind of feels weird. I've tried, what else have I tried? I've tried, what was that? Like Tiger Balm. Like, I've tried so many things, and it's all temporary. It's all temporary. And at the moment that I go to sleep and go to bed, I wake up because the pain is so, like, severe. And I never knew arthritis could be this way, you know? And in combination with the thing in my back, the thing in my neck, and the freaking tendonitis that has my freaking arm always aching, I've been miserable. And it sucks, but I'm dealing with it. And now I'm dealing with it without going to food, without going to alcohol, and just sticking to my patches. I did try the Tylenol 4 that my PCP prescribed me, but I could not take that stuff because it makes me so nauseous and so dizzy. I can't even function. Like, it won't even help me go to sleep. So yeah, not gonna do that. So I'm just waiting for somebody to call me, to let me know what's going on. What else? The only other thing that's been going on is my dad's citizenship thing. I'm taking him tomorrow. I'm super nervous about it. That in itself has been, worrisome, because I found out that I couldn't be his translator because of conflict of interest, that I'm his daughter, and so I had to find somebody to be willing to come all the way down here to translate for my dad. Although on the website it says that they do not provide translators, but then when I spoke to somebody who went through the process, said they do provide translators, and then I called and they called me back. I did it through chat, and they told me that yes, they do provide translators, but I don't trust the government. So I'm taking my own translator anyways, and then we'll see what happens. But that's so far what's going on with me. I'm making better choices with food, and I did ask for some assistance from my doctor. I don't know if you guys know, from when I first started my gastric bypass journey, I did have some assistance with Phetermine for the first month, and then I only had to take half a pill because it made me so jittery sometimes. So I only took half a pill, and then towards the end I didn't take anything because I got used to eating small portions, and my body got used to not eating the fried food and the carbs and all that, and I didn't have the craving feeling with the Phetermine. So after I stopped taking it, that feeling continued, and I was able to eat smaller portions, and I lost 40 pounds. So right now the issue with me is I feel hungry constantly, and I don't know if it's stress eating, emotional eating, whatever. But I did ask my doctor to prescribe me some Vitamine to help me with the hunger situation, and so it has been helping. And then I stopped drinking during the week and at night and with dinner and all that, so I'm following more of what I'm supposed to be doing, and the Vitamine is helping me curb my appetite, and allowing me to eat smaller portions, and it actually helps me with like cravings, because I usually am like, oh, I want this, or oh, I want that. With this, I have no desire for food at all, but I know I have to eat a meal, so I do that. And then I've been trying to drink more water than coffee, because I usually like 2-3 cups of coffee a day, and so I'm trying to cut back on that and incorporating like my green tea if I really try to like wake up, and then I do a lot of water throughout the day. So we'll see how it goes. It's been about a week now that I've had the Vitamine. I started on Monday, today's Thursday. When I did go to the doctor, I had already given up like drinking, and I'm only gonna allow myself to drink if I'm out in a social situation, or have a party at my house, which I don't often do. But I'm not keeping alcohol in the house anymore. I'm really trying. God, I want some wine sometimes. But anyways, and I have lost a few pounds. I'm like 198 this morning. So from 203 to 198, I'm okay with it. I don't feel as bloated and stuff, because I was feeling like just plump. I don't know how to explain it. Even my ring was starting to not fit me, and that bothered me the most. So I don't want to be like stick thin. That was never my goal. My goal is to not become diabetic. My goal is to have a healthy weight, a healthy eating habit, for me to be alive long enough to see my children as adults and see them flourish and grow and not need me, and feel like I succeeded in giving them a chance at a good life. And that's all I want. That's all I want. I want to be healthy enough to go and travel if money, permits, when Ron and I are old. And I can't say gray because we're already gray, but I mean, like, if our retirement comes and we're able to retire, I want to enjoy my life with him and not have to suffer from so many like health ailments. That's the goal. Whether that's gonna happen or not, I'm not sure. I'm a little bit concerned that Ron is not gonna be by my side when we're older, because he is not taking care of his health. I know I'm not pushing him anymore because I have to focus on me. So I know this video ran long. I just made it to work. This is how long it takes me to go to work. But yeah, I'm really, really, really hoping that he gets himself on track as I focus on myself, because I don't want to lose him early. I want to enjoy our life after our children. And I was telling him this. I'm like, we got to communicate. We got to figure this life out, and having children and figure out how to maintain a good relationship with each other. Because in the end, they're going to leave like our house, our home, and it's just going to be me and you. And I don't want to fucking hate you. I want to still know you. I want to still love you. And get to know each other again at that age as, empty nesters, I guess. And we're not going to be able to do that if you're sick all the time and you lost an eye and a leg, a toe, your teeth, and you have horrible health. We're not going to be able to do that. So, I want to be your wife and your partner till the end. I don't want to be your nurse. And I know that sounds kind of harsh, but if I can try and look at myself and try to improve my health, he can do the same. I don't need him to push me. No one has ever pushed me to take care of myself. I've always taken care of myself, and I think it's bullshit that women get that responsibility of helping their husbands and you know, reminding them of doing things and doing it for them. I'm not doing that shit. So he's a grown man, he can figure it out, and he is figuring it out, and he is being more responsible. So hopefully we're both get ourselves on track health wise. And that's pretty much all I've been going through. I'm really sorry that I haven't posted in a long time. I just don't have the time. And I've been just all over the place in my head. So I'm alive. I'm trying to work on my weight. If you guys have any questions about my weight gain, or like if you guys want me to talk about what made me gain weight or whatever, like the foods that I was eating, don't get me wrong, I still dump, by the way. But yeah, guys, if you want to ask any questions, go ahead. You know, I'm always an open book, and I always talk about whatever. So I will see you guys hopefully sooner rather than later.